since the whole vaccine jumped off today, right? So I want to be real about it. First of all, everybody should take the vaccine. Okay? Stop that bullshit about the vaccine, the vaccine. Right. Now on the flip side, I understand why black people don't want to take the vaccine. Black people don't want to take the goddamn vaccine because they don't trust your white ass. That's what it really comes down to. Black people do not trust what white people gonna put in that goddamn vaccine because they don't watch white people destroy them over and over and over and over again. And if we ain't learned nothing from Nazi Germany, we learned that them Germans, they knew how to kill you right through their medical system. They was killing every injured and maimed or paraplegic in the entire country. Was doping them up, killing them, doing all kinds of shit to them. So I understand how black people think. But take the goddamn vaccine shot. Stop listening to the conspiracy theorists out here telling you not to take the vaccine and all that. Man, listen. Let them run through them trials, finish what they got to do, and when the vaccine come around, don't even sweat that bullshit, man. You understand? The vaccine ain't worse than the crack era was. If you lived through the crack era, then all right then you know the vaccine ain't worse.
Man.
Okay?
Oh,
you
man.
lived through the heroin era of the 60s and 70s when niggas was looking like creatures from...
Brakte Hawa, Brakte Hawa Shai, Brakte Hawa, Brakte Hawa Shai, Brakte Hawa, Brakte Hawa Shai, Kal Halalam La Yahawa, Bahashem Yahawa Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Alright, hopefully you heard the madness, the foolishness that was spewed out of this man's mouth. And I wanna, if I didn't before, I give double honors to the apostles and the elders of great Mustawar and salutations to them out there pushing this word now since sincerity and in all truth and honesty. Peace and blessings are upon the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, men, women, and children whom the Lord has foreordained to receive this truth. You know, we have some men from IUIC, sorry, not IUIC, from ISUPK, going hard promoting this vaccine, you know, for Esau. You know, pretty much saying that, yeah, we know you don't trust Esau because of all the madness that Esau's done and ray. But, you know, go ahead and take the vaccine. It's not worse than crack. If you survive the crack era, you survive the vaccine. You know? So, I just want to do a response to that. Is me warning you people from these men, yo. These men have taken the bag. These men are fools. And these men will pretty much lead you into a ditch if you follow them, yo. This is Ecclesiasticus 22 verse 11. Weep for the dead, for he has lost his sight, and weep for the fool, for he wanted understanding. Make little weeping for the dead, for he is at rest, but the life of a fool is worse than death. And what you just heard were the babblings of a fool, right? And it says that the life of a fool is worse than death, yo. So these men are not just dead, they are worse than those that are dead, yo. They are worse than Jake that are still asleep. Right? They that have quote unquote woken up to being an Israelite but still teaching crap and denying the truth, they are worse than those that are asleep, yo. Right? Because they know better but still refuse to teach the truth, yo. This is Jeremiah chapter 23 verse 1. Woe be to the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastor, saith the Lord. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh of Israel against the pastors that feed my sheep. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord. Right? And to tell Jake to take this vaccine, you know, that has been clearly demonstrated to be detrimental to your health, especially neurologically. You see me? Knowing the track record of Esau, as he said in the video. You see me? But still advocating for us to go and take that vaccine. For what reason? Why? Right? Why would you send your people to go into that trap, yo, except if you are being paid by the enemy, yo? This reminds me of those black Christian pastors, so-called Christian pastors, advocating for their members, their church members, to take the chip or to take the vaccine, Salakia. Right? You people are destroying the flock of the Heavenly Father, and you're responsible for every soul that follows you and goes along and does that, yo. Right? That's that. But of course, the elect, Scripture tells you that You know, many false prophets shall arise, and they shall do great wonders, and if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But the elect is not going to fall for this okie doke, yo. The elect will not listen to people like you going out here talking shit, yo. Right? This is St. John chapter 10, right? And I'll read from verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they may have it more abundantly. That thief is Esau. He's come to steal, to kill, and destroy. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for his sheep. But he that is an hireling, an example of an hireling is what you just heard, the ISUPK. And not the shepherd whose own the sheep are not. See the wolf coming, you know, which is Esau, the enemy, coming with this vaccine, right? It says, leaveth the sheep and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep, right? You leaving the sheep is you telling them, you know, go ahead and take that vaccine, right? 2 down the line, when the chip is being enforced, you're going to say, go ahead and take that chip, right? The hireling fleeth because he's an hireling and cared not for the sheep. Yeah, you don't care about the people of Israel, yo. You only care about your belly. You only care about the money that you're being made, right? You can't tell us that you're not being paid to do this, yo. Right? There's no other reason for you to be this wicked, or is there? This is Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 2. Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy and say unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, yea, the word of the Lord. Thus say the Lord, Yahweh, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirits and have seen nothing. O Israel, thy foxes, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the day of battle. You are not preparing the children of Israel to resist the wiles of the devil. Instead, you are telling them to succumb to the wiles of the devil, to give in to the trickeries that are being pushed out. Right? They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying the Lord saith, and the Lord has not sent them, and they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. Yeah, you've made hundreds, if not thousands of people to hope in things that you're saying, you know, and go ahead and take that vaccine. And ultimately, you convince others to go ahead and take that chip. But like I said, those souls will be upon your head, yo. Right? Have you not seen a vain vision? Have you not spoken a lying divination wherein you say, the Lord saith, albeit I have not spoken? Right? If you jump down to verse 10, it says, even because you have seduced my people, saying peace when there is no peace. When you're saying, yeah, you can survive this vaccine, it's not a problem. You survive crack, you can survive this. But there's no peace. There's only war coming, yo. There's a time of Jacob's trouble coming. You should be teaching the people to resist and to strengthen themselves spiritually for the battle that's ahead. One built up a wall and lo, others daubed it with untempered mortar. The untempered mortar is these lies that these other groups are pushing, yo. Right? This is Titus chapter 1, and we'll wrap here. Titus chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, matter of fact, let me read from verse 9. It says, holding fast the word as he has been taught. This is what a responsible member of the elect will do. That he may be able by sound doctrine to both exhort and convince the gainsayers. An example of the gainsayers are the men of the ISUPK, right? And there may be sincere men of the ISUPK, and the Lord is going to pull them out of that madness, yo. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. Yes, especially they who have woken up to the fact that they are Israelites. Many unruly and vain talkers, yo, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not. Like, yeah, going out and taking that vaccine for filthy lucre's sake. Yeah, because you've taken the bug. Right? You become that Judas sheep, yo, that Judas goat, yo, leading the sheep to the slaughter, but then you yourself thinking that you're going to escape the judgment, yo. One of them, even a prophet of their own, said the Christians are always liars, evil beasts, low bellies. This witness is truth, is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply that they may be sound in the faith. And this is what we're doing, yo. As the men of the Lord, our responsibility is to rebuke the lies, yo. So for all you stupid men coming out, stupid women too, who have no business commenting anyways, saying, why James always getting on these other camps? This is what the scripture said. Rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. So that's pretty much what I wanted to bring out. Kal halal ya how Bashem ya Shai, Bashem Makal Kodash. Forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. Shalom.